Morning,
Just
friend.
stand at the end of your mat. Hi, Tanya. Good morning. Oh, how good does this feel? Just let the body do what it wants to do. Okay, let's just take a nice big deep breath. Reach those arms. Try to get them nice and wide and just reach for the ceiling. And relax them back down. Again, reach up, move them back, proud chest. Do a little pelvic tilt here and squeeze your butt cheeks. And relax. We're going to take one arm up, one back, and then switch. Ah, feels so good. We did all those arms yesterday. I'm a little stiff today. Oh, okay. One big deep breath and blow it out. Okay, bend at the elbow, make a fist, thumbs up. You're going to pull the elbows back, take them back as far as you can get them, and then reach them forward. Palms face the earth. Pull them back and reach them forward. Nice job. Pull back, squeeze, and forward. One more time, pull back. This should feel challenging. You should feel the upper back here really engage. Now we're just going to do a little hip hinge. Keep the elbows as high as you had them, and then come back up slowly. Try to really press your hips back here, and we're not going that far. We're just coming, just down a little bit and back up. Getting a nice little pull behind the legs. Nice little stretch. Okay, just let the arms fall. So you're just going to hang out in this halfway fold. Just sway the arms, loosen them up. Try to be mindful here to pull the stomach in. So you really want to stay hollowed out there. Okay, come on back up. Nice job. Big deep breath. Maybe now the hands come a little closer together. Maybe not. And exhale. One more time. Inhale deep. This time we're going to take it down to a forward fold. I want you to pull the hips back, bend your knees quite a bit as you fold down. Now retract the shoulders here and just sway the body forward to the toes and then sway it back to the heels. It's not a big move. We just want to find and feel where we feel most stable, which is usually between the pad and heel of the foot. So once you've got that spot, just hang out there. Now one hand at a time above the knees, bend your legs and come back to standing. Nice. Big deep breath. And a nice slow swan dive, really with long, strong arms here. Retract those shoulders, look through your knees. So now you're moving the hips back and you're keeping centered. We're going to cross the arms if you feel like it. Maybe you don't. Just hang out here for 3 big, huge breaths. Let's get some nice blood flow to our face. Just relax and breathe. Okay, once again, your hands above the knees, so you're helping your upper body come back to a standing position. Nice. Deep breath. And slow swan dive down. And this time when we get down, we're going to walk it out to a high plank. So walk it slowly, hands to the front of your mat. Hips are nice and high. Hollow out the stomach. Relax here for a few breaths. Although some may say it's not very relaxing, Kirsten. Okay, knees to the mat. Open them up nice and wide. You're going to rock those hips back and relax your forehead to the mat. Nice little stretch for the lower back. Just relax and breathe. Okay, back up onto all fours. Let's walk the hands in now so they're underneath the shoulders. Your knees are hip width apart and you've got little breaks in the elbows. We're going to do a few cat-cows here. So you're going to round your back, opening up the shoulder blades. Your head just kind of hangs out. And now slowly bring the chest forward, look up. Round your back, drop your head, pressing away from the earth, getting a nice stretch in your upper back. Hold it a few more breaths. And chest comes forward, look up. Now you've got that big arch through the back. One last time, round. Chest comes forward, look up. Great job. Okay, flatten out your back, tuck your stomach in, and elevate your knees. Keep your elbows with small little bends and put the knees back down. We're just awakening the core here, so we're not holding up very long. Lift and release. Lift up, tummy pulls in, and release. 2 more times. Lift up and lower and lift and lower. Nice job. Feet are flat. Take it back to child's pose. 1 more time. Big deep breaths to stretch out your lower back. Even feel the air as you inhale it. Feel it expand through your rib cage. It should feel fabulous. Okay, back up onto all fours. Meet me in your high plank here. So elevate those hips, hollow out the stomach. Now break through the knees. As you take baby steps with your hands, you're going to walk all the way back towards your feet and hang out in your forward fold. Nice, easy breathing in and out through the nose. Now, if you're ready, we're going to do a reverse swan dive all the way back up to standing. If you need to assist your upper body with your hands on your legs, do it. And come up, reach them nice and long and strong. Take your gaze, look up, and slow swan dive back down. Bend your knees. Tummy hollows out. Walk your hands out to your high plank. We're going to do a halfway hover with our knees down on the ground. Keep your toes tucked under. Come down halfway and then sweep up to up dog. Elevate the hips, bend your knees, press the hips back, and then go to a straight leg. First down dog of the day. Maybe you want to pedal out your feet, get your ankles moving, your calves lengthening. We could hold one side down here for a little bit. Switch to the other side. Pedal both. Maybe you come up high on the toes and then drive your heels to the earth. Try that a few times. Okay, now come up onto the toes and we're going to slowly bring the shoulders back over so you're back in a high plank. And slowly pull back to your down dog. You're really moving in slow motion here. Drive your heels to the earth, up on the toes, forward over the shoulders and wrists. They line up and hips up and back. Drive your heels down. One last time. Elevate, drift the shoulders over your wrists. Hold your high plank. And bring both knees to the floor. You're going to keep your right hand down on your mat, and you're just going to take the left arm out to the side. So a little break in the elbow. Now take that left hand behind your head and see if you can lift the elbow up to the ceiling while you keep your hips square. Nice little stretch here. Don't pull the head forward. You want to keep your neck nice and long. And relax that hand to the floor, and let's do the same with the other one. Arm out to the side, bend at the elbow, and elevate the elbow. You can. And relax that hand to the floor. Step your feet back. You're back into your high plank and right to your down dog. 3 big breaths here. Make sure you can see the sides of your arms through your peripheral vision. You haven't pulled too far through the arms. Okay, we're going to take our left leg, lift it up. And now you're going to sweep it forward up between both your hands. And we're just going to put the right knee down on the floor. Okay, just hang out here. We're going to take this left arm out to the side and sweep it up. Maybe you turn and look up at that left hand. Keep the toes tucked under on your back foot. That makes you feel stable in this pose. Okay, now let's do the same with the other arm. So the left hand goes down. Sweep your other arm up. Take your gaze, look up at your right hand. Big stretch. And put that hand back down. Come off your knee, and we're going to sweep our arms all the way up to the ceiling. Nice job. Just relax and breathe here. Big pull here. You should be feeling a nice little stretch through that hip flexor. Let's just enjoy it a little more. Maybe we want to look up. Makes it a little harder to balance. Now let's take the arms down. Palms are going to face the earth, and you're going to hinge forward. Your front leg stays exactly where it was. High on the toes on your back foot. Sweep the arms back up. Nice. And back by your side, palms face down, hinge. Sweep back up. Try to stay nice and broad here through your shoulders. Bring them down by your side. Hinging through that left hip, hold it here. Let's bring the hands to heart. And we're going to turn to the left. Little rotation. Both shoulders are twisting. Left. And come back center. And twist again. Great work. Come back center one more time. You got this. Back center. We're going to take both hands down to the floor to frame your front foot. You're going to step back to your plank. We're going to do a halfway hover and meet me in your up dog. Great job. If you want to here, you can elevate your knees. You don't have to. Breaks in the elbows. You don't want to be stacking the joints here. You want to use muscle. Now let's elevate those hips to your high plank. Suck in the belly. Hold and breathe 3 times. Legs are straight. And press back down dog. Anytime you want to take a child's pose, go for it, right? This is your Sunday Fun Day workout. Okay, let's lift that right leg up. Sweep it up between both hands. Stay right here. Put that left knee down. Toes stay tucked under. You're going to sweep the right arm up. Maybe you look up at the ceiling. Maybe you look out to the side. Take that hand down. Switch arms. And bring that hand down. So you got both hands on either side. You're going to come off your knee. And make sure you've got good width between the front and back foot. Sweep your arms up. Oh, how good is that? Relax here for maybe 3 or 4 breaths. Let's get nice and high on the toes on our back foot. So I've got my right knee slightly behind the heel. You could have it over the heel. Okay, we're going to take the arms down. Palms are going to face the earth. We're going to hinge forward without moving that front leg. Really proud chest, broad shoulders. And sweep those arms back up. Now you're taking those shoulders right over the hips. And let's come down, do it again. Hinge forward. Really reach your arms long and strong. Sweep back up. And one last time. I know I'm feeling a nice release in my left hip flexor when my arms are up. It feels great. Okay, let's bring those hands to heart. We're going to take both shoulders and go right. Moving very slowly. If you feel unstable here, you need to have more space between the front and back foot. Wider stance. Rotate again. And come back. And one last time. Rotate. Nice job. Come back. Take your hands down. Step that right foot back. You're back in your high plank for 3 breaths. Press back downward facing in slow motion. Heels drive towards the earth. Let's take that left leg, lift it up. This time I'm going to have you open your hip up towards the ceiling. Keep your shoulders square. Don't let the shoulder open. Elevate high on the toes on your right foot. And relax that foot to the floor. And let's do the same with the right leg. Elevate, open the hip, shoulders stay square. Lift it as high as you can. Okay, slow motion, lower it. High on both toes. Drift those shoulders forward over your wrists. High plank. Little halfway hover right to your up dog. Nice. Elevate your knees if you wish. Hips up, high plank. Downward facing. 5 big, huge breaths here. Do whatever you like with your feet. Whatever feels good for you. Okay, soften your knees. Take baby steps with your hands. You're going to walk them back towards your feet. Bend your knees. Meet me in your low squat. Take the arms out. Now try to drift the weight backwards so you have most of it in your heels. Your hands are shoulder width apart. We're just going to rotate a little bit to the left. Now try to keep really stable through the thighs, right? You're not moving your legs. Go right. Getting into the side body a little bit here. Come back center. Booty stays down, arms come up. Great job. Hold it, long and strong arms. 3 more breaths. Can you reach any longer with the arms? And relax all the way down into your forward fold. Shoulders are nice and retracted. Reverse swan dive all the way back up to standing. Sweep your arms to the ceiling. And back to neutral alignment. Oh, how good is that? Deep breath. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Reverse swan dive all the way back up to standing. And back to neutral alignment. Step your left foot forward. Now, I want you to have both of your feet on the ground, hands to heart. We're going to hinge. Try to keep micro bends in your knees. And if you can release the hands down, take them all the way down to your mat. Both of your feet are completely on the floor. Hold that and breathe. Few more breaths. Now you're going to elevate the arms all the way back up towards the ceiling. and back to neutral alignment. Step your back foot in and switch legs. Make sure you got good width between front and back foot, hands to heart, both feet are on the floor, hinge forward. Try not to lock out through your knees. And if you can, you're going to release the hands all the way down. Relax here and breathe. Should feel a great stretch behind the back of that right leg. Okay, sweep those arms all the way back up towards the ceiling. Nice job. Hands to heart, step your back foot in. Big deep breath. And let's do a nice slow motion, long and strong arms, reaching them away from you as you hinge through your hips. Keep the shoulders retracted, palms down, step, jump, or float your feet back. Hold and breathe in your high plank. Let's put our right knee down on the mat and take your right foot to the edge of the mat. As you place your right hand in the center, open to face the left side of your room and sweep your arms sky. Little break in that right elbow. Elevate your back leg if you can. Try to get it parallel to the floor. Lower the toes, tap, and lift back up. Lift as high as you can so you feel your butt working. Press up, put it down, come back onto all fours. Nice job. We're going to do the same thing on the other leg. So that left foot comes to the edge of your mat. Step your right heel back to the middle. Sweep your arm up. You can take your gaze and look up. Nice, easy breathing. Top leg lifts. Get it nice and high. And tap the toe back down. Lift it up. And tap it down one last time. See if you can get a little higher this time. Lift it, reach it long and strong. And come back onto all fours. Nice job. You're going to just go right into your bear here. So let's make sure we bend through the elbows, elevate your knees. Hold and breathe 5 times. Your belly button's pulling in. Step your feet back out to your high plank. Elevate your left foot off the floor. Try to keep those hips even. And now put that one down and switch right. Long and strong with that leg. Put it down, right back to your downward facing dog. 5 big breaths. High on the toes, drift the shoulders over your wrists. You can put your knees down if you like, but we're going to come down onto our forearms to a low plank here. Try to keep the chin pulled in so your neck stays long and hollow out the stomach. Now let's put the knees down, a little reprieve here. But while your knees are down, I'm going to have you create an isometric activation, which means you're going to pull the elbows towards the knees without actually moving them. Feel the intensity going right to your 6-pack muscle group, even though your knees are down. Now release those elbows, let them just be where they want. In slow motion, you're going to come off your knees. Go back to a straight leg, suck in the belly. Knees back down, elbows pull towards the knees. Relax the arms, elevate your knees. We're going to run through this one more time. Knees down. Isometric activation of the elbows. Release. Knees up. Knees down, open them up. Walk your forearms all the way back to your child's pose. Great job. Relax and take 5 big, huge breaths. Okay, let's come up onto your knees. You're going to tuck your toes under. Walk your hands back to your feet. Reverse swan dive all the way back to standing. Sweep your arms up and back to neutral alignment. I'm going to have you turn and face the right side of your room. Take your feet nice and far apart here. Let's try to line up the toes so they're in the same line. We're going to pull the hips back. Micro bends here in the knees, very important. Bring your hands down. Your spine is long. You're just hanging out here for a little bit. So we're going to start with our left arm. Bring your left arm parallel to the floor, and let's line up the wrist and shoulder. Now, before we start to elevate your left shoulder, I want you to sweep your hips a little further back. Almost like you feel you might fall backwards. Keep that position and elevate your left shoulder and arm. Maybe you take your gaze to your hand. If that doesn't feel good for your neck, just keep it sideways. But I'd like your hips to be really back. No weight in the toes. Got most of my weight on my heel. Okay, slow motion. The arm comes back down. And we're going to switch sides. Right arm lifts. Line it up with your wrist and shoulder, and then lift from the shoulder. The arm is going to go automatically. Drift your hip further back. Nice. Can the shoulder come up any more? Can your arm get straighter? And bring that arm down. Don't forget to hollow out the stomach. Let's do the same thing again on the left side. Elevate. Getting a nice stretch through my right inner thigh. Keep drifting your hips back. Switch again, right arm. Hollow out your tummy. Lengthen through your arm. Drift your hips back. Great job. Put that hand down. Full forward fold here of your upper body. Just relax, breathe. Go here wherever it feels good. So if you had lights on your bottom, think about shining them up towards the ceiling. That's rotating the coccyx bone up. Getting a nice deep stretch through the back of those legs. Okay, let's take the right hand over to the left foot. So you're holding onto that left foot with both hands. Take your gaze to your left knee. Walk the hands slowly back center. And then we're going to grab onto the right foot with both hands. Face to your knee. Okay, come back center. Walk your feet in one little step. Both hands to your hips. You're going to sweep your upper body back up to standing. And from here, we're just going to have you take your left foot, pivot it forward. Rotate your hips to the back. And let's go right into a triangle pose. So you sweep the left arm down and your right arm up. Try to stay nice and long through your body. And keep your torso in line with that front leg. Okay, let's take the right hand to your hip. Come back up with your body. You're going to move that left foot in. Take your right foot now. Open it. Hips push backwards. Come back down. Triangle pose facing this way. Keep moving your hips to the back of the room so you get a nice release in your front inner thigh. Left arm is long and strong. Okay, bring the torso back up. Turn that right foot at a 45-degree angle and open your left foot forward. Nice job. Strong and straight arms, reaching to touch both ends of the room. Now bend your front knee. Left palm faces up, sweep it up to the sky, look up. Other hand drops to your back leg. Nice job. Spiral your arms forward. You're going to pivot onto the toes on your back leg, step back down to high plank. Lily, you stay here. High plank. Now do a nice slow halfway hover right to up dog. Great job. Hips up and back. Down dog. Walk your feet to the middle of your mat. Walk your hands back to your feet. Reverse swan dive all the way back up. And back to neutral alignment. Right foot steps forward, left foot on a 45-degree angle. This hand comes down. Left arm up to the ceiling. Really try to get your arm long and strong. Lily, stay. Okay, come back up to standing. Reach both arms out, bend into your front knee. Right palm faces up, sweep it up towards the ceiling. Maybe you take your gaze and look up. Now we're going to spiral the arms all the way down to frame your front foot. You're going to step back and meet me in your high plank. Put your knees down on the floor. Keep the toes tucked under. Your knees are hip width apart. Walk your wrists back so they're under the shoulders. We're going to extend the right arm out long and strong and your left leg back. Keep a little bend in that left elbow. Bring your knee and elbow to meet in the middle as spine goes into flexion. Extend out long. Again, knee and elbow. Really try to lift your knee. Extend out long. One last time. Extend out long. Flex and bend your back leg. Sweep your right arm backwards, try to touch your foot. Sweep it forward, long and strong. Back leg is bent. Sweep that arm back, touch your heel. If you can't touch it, don't worry about it. Just keep your knee up. Working into that hamstring a little bit. Keep elevating that knee and keep reaching for the foot. 2 more times. And 1 more time. And come on to all fours. Round your back, little cat-cow here. Chest comes forward, look out. Round your back. Come back to a neutral spine. Little bend in the right arm this time. Left arm extends out, right leg goes back. Knee and elbow meet in the middle. Really elevate that knee so you can really feel the side body being challenged. Pull in, upper back rounds. Extend out long. Go all the way till that leg is really reaching to touch the back of the room. Bring it in. Extend out long. Bend your back leg. Flex the foot. Now sweep this left arm back behind you. Try to find your heel as you keep the knee nice and high. Sweep the arm forward. Sweep it back. Keep that knee up so you feel your hammy. Forward. Back. Couple more times here. You can do it. Sweep it out. Straighten your back leg and come back onto all fours. Round your back, drop your head. Chest comes forward, look up. Come back to a neutral spine. Step your feet back to your high plank and go all the way to your downward facing dog. Relax and breathe 5 times in your down dog. Pedal at your feet. Just kind of go where it feels good. Okay, let's lift that left leg up as high as you can get it with your hip staying closed. Now we're going to pull forward to our high plank with that foot up. And now we're going to take our left knee to our left elbow. Sweep it back. Your shoulders are still over your wrists. And now press back to your down dog. Your leg stays up. And let's do the same on the other leg. Right leg lifts. Drift those shoulders forward to your high plank. Let's bring the knee up to the elbow. Take it back, shoulders stay where they are. And now drift back to your downward facing dog. Relax that foot to the floor. We're going to walk our feet forward. You end up in the middle of your mat. Stay in your forward fold. And do a nice, slow, reverse swan dive all the way back up. Sweep your arms up and back to neutral alignment. Little balance challenge today. So I'm just going to have you step your foot without using the assistance of your hand. Elevate it as high up as you can get it without grabbing it and pulling it up. So you decide where it's going to go. Hands to heart. Now really try to stay long and strong through the left leg. Try to find length. If you want to amp this up, we can elevate the arms. You don't have to. Okay, bring your hands back to heart. You're going to release the foot and take your right hand and grab hold of that foot. The left arm is going to extend forward. Let's just enjoy this nice stretch. As you pull your foot tight to the hand, now I'm going to have you, if you like, hinge through this left hip, dancer pose. Take it as far as you're comfortable. If you're hinging and continuing to hinge, try to elevate your back knee. Great mind-body experience here. You really have to concentrate. Now in slow motion, we're going to meet back in standing. Nice job. Release that foot. Shake it out. Let's do the same on the other foot. Lift it up. Hands to heart. Long and strong through that right leg. Maybe the arms come up. Just pick a spot and focus. This is your moment here. Hands back to heart. Let's take our left hand, grab that foot. Let's extend the right arm out. Now really press your foot tight into the hand. You should feel a nice release in the front of the quad. You can hang out here or you can hinge through that right hip, bringing your torso parallel to the floor or wherever you feel like hanging out. Now we're going to come up really slowly. Lots of strength going on. Lots of balance. And let it go. Nice job. Big deep breath. Hold the arms up. Open up your feet. Take a peek at them. Let's make sure our toes are in the same line. And just sit those hips back. Now, if this doesn't feel good, you can always bring your arms down so they're parallel to the floor. It's a lot harder to hold them up. So from here, we're going to try to go a little lower, but Try to be mindful not to fold your upper body down in order to get your booty down. Okay, so it's not so much about range. I just want you using the back of your body here to help you stabilize. Okay, hands to heart. I know it's hard. Maybe we come a tiny bit lower. Arms back up. 3 more breaths. Then we're going to meet in a forward fold. Oh, how awesome is that? All the way down. Relax here. Let your head fall where it wants to. Nice, easy breathing. We're going to do a beautiful pigeon stretch on both sides, and then we're going to say goodbye. So walk your hands to the front of your mat. Step your feet back. You're in your high plank. We're going to bring the right foot up behind the left hand as you slowly lower your hips. Come down onto the forearms. So here you want to think about pressing your left hip flexor into the earth. Maybe you take it all the way down. You don't have to. Just go where it feels good. Now we're going to stay here for 5 big, huge breaths. Try to keep pressing that left hip flexor down. Stay off of your right butt cheek. Okay, back up onto the forearms, then your hands. You're going to step back. Whoops, I'm caught. Step back, hold your high plank, and then switch legs. So you're going to pull the right foot forward. Come down, sliding that right leg back. And relax all the way down. 5 big breaths. Okay, back up on the forearms. Tuck those toes under behind you. Step it back to your high plank. Your knees are bent. You're going to walk it back. Hands to feet. Forward fold. Nice, easy breathing. Okay, let's bend the legs. So you're in a little squat all the way back up with the arms. Sweep them to the ceiling. Reach long and strong. And hands to heart. I thank you guys so much for your power and strength. Mwah. Love to you all. Namaste. Namaste. You guys did a great job.